There is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case? There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct?
You have drug charges: possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct?
All right, guys, I'm really excited to show you one of the dumbest sovereign citizens I've ever seen on this channel. This guy clearly needs a law book, maybe even 5. He has no idea what's happening in court. He didn't even realize he was the defendant in his own case. Like, how do you walk into a courtroom and not know you're the one on trial? Let me know in the comments. How dumb is this guy from 1 to 10? I'll tell you my rating at the end. Spoiler, it's way over 10. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure if this guy is mentally okay, so I'm going to be a bit careful and respectful. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for him. But you tell me what you think in the comments. All right, let's jump into it.
Good afternoon. Your name, sir?
David Walker.
Yeah, it looks like he has 2 files.
I see that. All right, we'll next take up 2 cases, both entitled State of Kansas versus David Wayne Walker, 22 CR 398 and 22 CR 508. All right, we'll first take up 22 CR 508. This is my case, Mr. Walker. You failed to appear in front of me on July 17th for your preliminary hearing control docket. Where were you that day?
It's safe for sure, sir.
Okay, well, I issued a bench warrant bond forfeiture and set a new bond in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. Are you still representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
You want to continue representing yourself?
Look at me. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the paper. Yes, sir. Don't have any money to.
Pardon?
Yes, I guess I'll represent myself.
Okay, you understand that if you can't afford to hire an attorney, one would be appointed for you.
I don't know what he would do for me.
Okay, well, he could provide you legal advice and perhaps advance any defenses you may have had, but if you want to represent yourself, you have that right. I just want to make sure you understand that if you can't afford an attorney and would like to have one represented you, I would appoint one for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you wish to continue representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
The docket notes don't reflect if a waiver of counsel was ever signed. Do you have any notes that would reflect that he's waived counsel on the record or otherwise, Ms. Norris?
Your Honor, I just note that on December 30th of 2022, defendant stated that he would hire his own counsel, and then he had a failure to appear, and on May 5th, we did not appoint any counsel. I don't show an actual waiver, and the notes don't reflect that he did a waiver on the record. It just says that he would hire his own attorney.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Mr. Walker, you've indicated here on the record that you wish to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So I'm going to have you, if the jail has one, sign a waiver of counsel. Do you have a form?
I believe so.
All right. Can you read through that? Make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me.
There's no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case?
Now, do you see why I thought this guy might not be all there? I'm not someone who makes fun of people with real issues, but seriously, this guy seems like he's missing a few brain cells. At this point, there's no excuse. The court even offered him a free lawyer, and he said no. Now he's sitting there about to sign a paper saying he understands the risks of defending himself, and his first question to the judge is, "Am I the defendant?" Like, what? Can someone in the comments help me understand this? I can't tell if this is part of the sovereign citizen routine or if the guy is just clueless. I mean, even if you know nothing about law, you should at least know when you're the one on trial, especially if you're showing up to court in jail clothes. If this is supposed to be some kind of act, it's honestly one of the worst performances I've ever seen. Let me know what you think of this guy. All right, let's get back into it.
There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct? The crime that I'm accused of, there is no victim in the crime.
The state of Kansas, you have drug charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your 3 charges.
Yeah, but no victim, correct? No victim in the crime? No victim?
I'm not sure I understand your question and what that has to do with your waiver of counsel.
Well, I'm the defendant. There must be someone making a claim that
The state of Kansas is making the charges against you, Mr. Walker.
the state of Kansas is the victim.
The state of Kansas charged you with these crimes. Do you wish to represent yourself or do you wish to have an attorney representing you?
I will represent myself.
You've got a waiver of counsel in front of you, correct?
Yes, I suppose so. Why do I need to sign? Why do I need to sign it? Why do I need to sign this?
Because I like to have it documented in the file that you understand that you have a right to have an attorney representing you, and that if you can't afford to hire one, one would be appointed for you. And you understand that, and knowing those rights, you wish to represent yourself. That just documents that for the court file.
What I don't understand is why there is charges against me when there is no victim.
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm not going to play this game this afternoon. I'm going to set this case
Why are we playing a game?
in front of me on.
I'm asking a question.
The court really needs to let this guy ask his questions, even if they're ridiculous. He's about to ask things like, "Am I in jail right now?" And "Are you the judge?" Seriously, this guy clearly needs a big reality check. I'm starting to think he might be pretending to be dumb or maybe even acting crazy on purpose. Asking the judge on the record if he's the defendant could be his way of faking confusion, maybe so he can try to appeal later. In case you didn't know, there's actually a legal trick called ineffective assistance of counsel. That's when someone claims they didn't understand their rights or the charges, hoping the court will throw out the verdict. I wouldn't be shocked if this guy is trying to set that up for himself. What do you think? Is he just acting dumb? Or is he really this confused? Honestly, it's hard to tell. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let's keep watching.
October.
Trying to understand.
Mr. Walker, your case is being set on October 10th at 2:30 in front of myself, and that will be done by Zoom. That's the felony preliminary hearing control docket, October 10th at 2:30.
Your Honor.
You've got a $10,000 cash or surety bond on that case.
Yeah. I was wondering if I wouldn't be able to have access to certain legal things to be able to put my case up.
I believe they've got a law library there at the jail. I'm not sure what kind of access they provide to you, but you can consult with somebody there at the jail.
Okay.
All right, I'm now going to take up 22 CR 398. This is Judge Webster's case. Looks like you failed to appear in front of her on July 31st. She set a new bond for $6,000 cash or surety. You've already had a first appearance, so I'm going to set this in front of Judge Webster on October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That will be by Zoom, October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So again, your bond is 6,000, cash or surety. Anything else on this case, Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, was the time for court on October 10th for 22 CR 508, was that 2:30?
That's correct.
Just clarifying. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess. Mr. Walker, you are excused. Thank you.
This guy isn't getting out anytime soon. Too bad he didn't take the chance to get a free lawyer. Oh wait, he was offered one and he turned it down. I know sovereign citizens have all kinds of wild beliefs and conspiracy theories, but I still don't get why they don't at least ask for a backup lawyer just in case. The law is going to come for you either way. If they really believe the court has no power, why even bother talking to it? Honestly, I'd respect them more if they just stayed silent instead of following these silly scripts. It's like they're so stuck in their strange beliefs that they can't even make smart choices when they're right there in front of them. This guy, for example, he was offered help and acted like it was some kind of trap, and now he's in an even worse position because he doesn't even know the basics of his own case. I do feel a little bad for him. Maybe he has some mental challenges, but that still doesn't explain why he went down this crazy sovereign citizen path. These people always act like they're above the law, but the truth is, the law doesn't care what they think. The court will still move forward no matter how much they argue or resist. It's actually kind of sad to watch, even if it is a bit entertaining. Just imagine, if this guy had used a little common sense, he could have had someone help him through the process. Instead, he's out here asking if he's the defendant. It's just sad. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this hearing. This was definitely one of the strangest ones I've seen, and this guy might be one of the most clueless people I've ever covered. Do you think he's pretending to be dumb, or is he really just that lost? Either way, this was a total mess. For him. Thanks for watching, and if you want more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Take care.